Hello, World History class, and happy Friday. I know you were probably surprised to see a video of me instead of an in-person me, and I'll get into why that is in just a little bit. But it does not change the fact that we do have class today. We do have some stuff to do, some stuff to wrap up. I have some things to talk about and to share with all of you. And first and foremost, I really hope that you all are doing well, that you're staying physically safe, and also doing what you can to stay mentally safe. So with that, I'm just going to jump into the presentation because I know there's a lot of information in here, and I want to just get right down to it. So today's class will be asynchronous. Okay, that means that you will not have to join the Zoom meeting. Okay, you can do class by yourself at home. There's no requirement to join the Zoom meeting, but there is requirement for work. The reason that we are doing it this way is because for those of you who already knew, or for those of you who didn't already know, I'm still a little sick and need to rest tonight so that I have my full energy for all of you next week. And Teacher Maypo cannot make it to class today. And that is why we are doing asynchronous. I told a few of you why I'm a little sick, and the reason that I'm sick is actually a really good thing. I was lucky enough to receive the COVID-19 vaccine earlier this week. I got the Johnson & Johnson type of vaccine, and that vaccine comes with some side effects. And those side effects mean that I have been pretty sick for the last 2 days. But the good news is that long term, it means I will be COVID safe, which I'm very, very grateful for. Okay. I am sorry that I cannot be there for you today. I really wish that I could. I'm making this video at about 8:15 because I wanted to, about 8:15 Myanmar time, because I really wanted to see if I was going to be healthy enough for school tonight, and it turns out that I'm not. So I'm very sorry that I cannot be there with you today and for you today, because I really, really want to. There are still some things for you to do in class today. And all of these things can be done independently, with a partner, or in a small group. So if you want to be working with friends, if you want to be in a classroom environment, you can organize the Zoom, get a call out, hang out with your classmates, because doing things together is always better than doing it on your own. And I highly, highly encourage you to do things together, okay? So just to go over a list of some of the things we will be doing today. One of the most important things for you to do today is to fill out the latest support survey, okay? I am not able to accurately see how each and every one of you are doing mentally and emotionally right now during class. So for me, it is important that you fill out this survey so that I can provide the best possible support to you as a person and as a class, okay? This is why it's called a support survey, because I want to try to find the best possible ways to support. I know that we filled out a survey just a few days ago about how we want to continue spending class, and I'm grateful for that. This is a different one with different goals. So please take the time to fill this out. We also have another mindfulness activity for you to do. It's the second thing that I would like you to do today during class time. There are two parts of today's mindfulness activity. The first one is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which again is a go-to reliable activity for mindfulness. And the second one is called Emotions Through Poetry, okay? And I will explain what that means in a second. We're going to check this out in just 1 minute. For classwork, for the rest of the day today, okay, most students still need time to finish yesterday's activity. So once you finish the support survey And once you finish the mindfulness activity, you should spend the rest of the time in class today working on the activity from yesterday. Okay. If you finish before class time is over, that's awesome. Okay. You can use the rest of class to work on the assignment from the other path. So if you chose the challenge path, you could start the cruise path. And if you did the cruise path, you could start the challenge path. Or you can use the rest of your class time today as free time to do what you want. If you do not finish the activity from yesterday by the end of class today, please turn in what you have, because I don't want you to work on it as homework over the weekend. Okay? So that's all I have in terms of the presentation today. I want to quickly go over the mindfulness activity, however, because we've done 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 before, and we're doing this again because this is an emotional processing check-in. It's something you can do any moment of the day, not just right now in class. For when you are getting distracting thoughts or stressful thoughts, this can help settle you, to help ground you. Now, the second one, something that we haven't done before, is a new activity. It's called Emotions Through Poetry. And I know that poetry can sometimes feel boring or feel like it's not a cool thing to do. But poetry can actually be very useful for processing good emotions like gratefulness and success, or bad emotions like trauma, grief, and stress. So in this activity, we will be creating a poem. Okay, the poem does not need to be good. It does not need to be long. It can be whatever you want it to be. And in it, we'll try to talk about feelings. Okay, so there's 2 steps. The first step is to write down all the emotions that you have felt in the past week or so that you can think of. Write them all down. And then try to write a poem that includes as many of those emotions that you wrote down as possible. If you can, you should try to include them all. Okay. Here is an example. I'm going to go through just a very quick example of what this could look like. Okay. So I'm going to think of some emotions that I have experienced this week. I have been tired. I have been stressed. And I have been grateful. I was tired at a few times because of how I've been physically feeling. I've been stressed because I've been worried about how to create the best possible schoolwork for my students. And I have been grateful for my students who continue to show up and do their best every single day. So I'm going to write just a quick little poem off the top of my head. Alrighty, so that's my poem here. Tired of the struggles, the day feels so long. My brain keeps saying stressed because of all that is wrong. I'm grateful for my students. They are my reason to go on. Poetry is my emotion in voice, which is strong. Okay, is this the best poem you're ever going to read? No. Is it going to win any awards? Also no. But this is just a way for me to try to creatively express my feelings. And the better that I can do that through poetry, the better I will understand them, the more I have an outlet for working on these things. Okay. So that's the mindfulness activity. You have 3 things you need to do today: the support survey, then the mindfulness activity, then finishing up your activity from yesterday. Again, I really wish I could be there today, World History, and I'm very, very grateful for all of you. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for listening to this video and engaging. And I cannot wait to see you on Monday. And I promise I will be back on Monday. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.